Welcome to the Sexy Freedom Media Podcast, a place to discuss pain, passion, and pursuits.
Let's get it. I want to feel alive.
Breathe.
Make some moves.
Protect the throne. This is Sexy Freedom Media Podcast.
Hey friends, welcome to the Sexy Freedom Media Podcast. It's your host, Helen Edwards. Today I'm doing a Solocast, and I wanted to share with you a few things that have been happening this week that's really exciting because I feel like it can provide you value for listening to this podcast and maybe help you on your journey and give you some inspiration throughout your day. Today, while I was in meditation, I was thinking about my mother. She's passed about 11 months now, and during my meditation, I started thinking about how my mom was our biggest cheerleader. Since I was a kid, she was always saying, this is my daughter, she's going to be a doctor. This is my daughter, she's going to be a teacher. This is my daughter, she's going to be a lawyer. This is my son, he's going to be this, My mom had 5 kids, 4 girls, 1 boy. And while I was thinking about this, I started having memories of when my mom would say to everybody, my daughter's a motivational speaker. And everywhere we go, my mom would say, this is my daughter, she's a motivational speaker. She was so proud of me. Now, just a little backstory for you. In 2018, I started public speaking, and I started my career out as a public speaker, speaking in shelters in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, I never got certified for it. I had no training in it. I just had a heart of compassion to share what I was learning along my self-development journey, and decided to start at the shelters first and give back in some way. Well, that led me to developing my own speaking engagements, and I was really excited about it, but I never considered myself a motivational speaker. I don't know why. Maybe I was afraid of that word. I was afraid of the term. I didn't feel that I was, a motivational anything. I was living in imposter syndrome at the time. So when me and my mom would go places, she'd say, oh, this is my daughter, she's a motivational speaker. And I'd immediately say, no, Mom, I'm not a motivational speaker. And I kind of laugh it off. And I would just basically stomp on her parade of pride for me. And as I was in meditation, I was thinking about that, just tears started coming down my face. And I just started feeling so remorseful because a few reasons why. One, she's my mother and she's gone now. So I never really got to live in that joyous moment with her. And instead, I stomped on her parade. 2, she was my biggest cheerleader, my biggest advocate, my biggest, go-getter teammate alongside me along the journey. And I never gave her the respect I felt she deserved. And 3, I didn't realize, like I realize now, how much I stood in my own way, how much I put myself down, how much I made myself feel small because, my spirit was ready to be so much bigger. And yet I was just stomping on my mom's parade and my own parade. Now that I've grown a lot, I've evolved a lot, I've gone through a lot of things in life, I think back and say to myself, I love you, I'm sorry, and I'm going to do better. Now, I don't know if you have anybody in your life who's one of your biggest cheerleaders, but I really strongly suggest giving them some gratitude today, just being thankful for them, that they're excited for you and for you along the journey that you're on. This whole year I've been through grief. I've been through 2 surgeries, and I finally decided I'm ready to level up. I'm ready to put my energy from box A to box B. I'm ready to move forward now. And that doesn't mean I'm not grieving. That doesn't mean that I've let go, that I'm not still healing. But what it does mean is that I'm making the choice consciously to change my dial to go another step up. I'm ready to change my level. I'm ready to change my frequency to the next stage. And as I've realized that I'm starting to do that, I'm starting to pay more attention to the way I speak, the way I interact, the energy I'm putting out, the energy that I'm around. And as I've said before, protect the throne, protect your mind, body, and spirit. While you're protecting it, you also want to know what's going on in your throne, what's going on in your mind, body, spirit. I know for me, I've realized that I have stomped on my own parade, not only my mother's, but my own parade for years and years. Why am I afraid to say I'm a motivational speaker? Why am I afraid to say I'm inspirational? I'm so beautiful inside and out, and so are you. So why do we fear these terminologies? I'm going to tell you why. Because we listened to somebody else and what their opinion had to say about it, and we thought that opinion is right. Look, you know what's right, and you know when you're aligned by what feels good to you, what feels healthy, what feels real, what feels like it's feeding your soul, what's feeding your spirit, what's feeding your mind, what's feeding your body. That's what feels good. And what may work for you may not work for somebody else. So one of the things that I'm practicing, and I invite you to practice along with me, is turning inward and really just finding yourself and saying to yourself, I'm sorry for making you feel so small when you are so much bigger, and you will do better this time around. Along with my meditation practices, I've been going deep inside myself and also finding different parts of my childhood, little me, little Helen, and also apologizing and saying, you don't have to fear anymore. I'm here and we're going to do better. I'm going to do better for you. I'm going to do better for me. No more stomping my spirit down. No more crushing my dreams based on other people's opinions. Feel the fear and make moves anyways. And sure, not every day is a perfect day, but that statement right there is up to you. That's your choice. What days are perfect and what days are going to just feel like blah. Now, I've also realized I need to change my perspective, and I invite you as well to change your perspective. One of the things about changing your frequency and dialing up and getting on the path that you want to be aligned with, the path that you foresee yourself, is changing the way that you think, changing your interactions, changing your energy. Kathy Heller says it in her podcast. Tony Robbins says it. Mel Robbins says it. So many wise people out there have said this before. But when your energy is low, you tend to attract like low environments around you. Unless you're in a low state and you're around high state, you want to be around a low state environment. So you go and find that. You find that peace, you find that place of quietness, or just leave me alone. But when you're in a high state, you're going to attract that. You attract what you are. So you're going to search it out. You're going to search for what's good, what's feeding that energy, what's bouncing off that energy. And this also pertains to abundance and prosperity. See, I think so many of us want abundance and so many of us want prosperity. And when I started speaking, when I first started public speaking, and my mom would tell everybody, she's a motivational speaker, she's inspirational. And I would say, no, I'm not. Oh my gosh, that's not what I am. I'm stomping on that energy field. I'm cutting that cord off from A to B. I'm cutting that abundance off, because here I am saying I'm abundant, I'm prosperous, I'm going to attract. But at the same time saying, no, that's not what I am. I mean, I was cutting my own cords to that lifeline of abundance. And now that I see it, I think to myself, I am great. I am motivating. I am inspiring. And it's okay. It's good. It's good to be a light in this world. And there's this idea that there's, this light is bigger than this light over here. This light is bigger than this light over here. And what I'm saying in regards to that is we look at lights like these bigger people, these people that are doing big things in life because they have a lot of money and because they're very fashionable and they're wealthy, they're out there, they're famous. And we compare our little lights to those big lights when a light is a light and it's shining in the darkness and it's shining for somebody. And that's what light is supposed to do. It's supposed to shine. It's supposed to show the way. There's so many things that light does for us. You know, it helps us find our way. It feels good when it's like on our skin, like the sun, you know, it's energizing. You feel good. You want to get things done throughout your day. There's so many beautiful things when the stars shine at night, when the moon is full and it's bright and you're out there, just it's invigorating. That's the way we should feel as well when our light is shining. It doesn't matter the bigger lights are shining and the smaller lights are shining. It doesn't matter where we're at on that scale of shine. What matters is that we're shining. And we need to be more conscious of how we shine and if we're dimming our own shine. And that's one of the things that I'm practicing is stop the dimming. Stop. You know, I just made a video about, it was a 3-minute video. You can find them on TikTok and my Facebook page, Sexy Freedom Media. But the video was about coach. You know, the analogy was if you visualize that you are a coach of a team, of your favorite team. And the coach, you know, think about yourself as a coach. You've worked so hard to get to that point. You have the experience, you have the work that you've put in to get to this point. You know how to run a team. Like you're big, you run that team. It is your obligation. It's your responsibility to keep that team together, keep them trained, keep them going, keep them motivated, keep them strong, know what's going on for your team to go to the championship game and win the game. And I also said, visualize that you are also the team. Each person in the team is a part of you. They're an extension of the coach. They are, maybe it's your travel skills, it's your cooking skills, it's your creative skills, it's your, you write, you sing, you make art, you're a writer, you're an author, you're a photographer, you're a mother, you're a father, you work on cars, you're a tattoo artist. I don't know what it is, but there's different parts of this team. And then a new player comes in. This new player, let's visualize this player as your evolution, your newer self, the higher self, the self that's coming in with all of this positivity and go-getting attitude and motivated, inspired, and has so many skills and feels fearless and courageous. And the new player's like, I can help you win this game. But because you as the coach are, you're good. You've been riding with your old team for so long that you're just like, I know you're good. So I'm going to have you on my team, but I'm going to use you when I'm ready. So your new player is in sense benched by you. And you're kind of winning, but you're not winning, but you want more. You want to get higher. You want to get to that next level. And the new player is saying, come on, coach, put me on the team. Just let me play, let me play, let me play. And you keep saying to your team or to your new player, not this time, next time, not this time, next time. And then sooner or later, you've been benched so many times as the new player that you start getting depressed. You're losing purpose. You're feeling anxious. You're just feeling like there's no hope in this. Why are you even here? And sometimes we can all feel that way. Like, why are we here? And yet the coach isn't using us, utilizing our skills, utilizing the best part, the best team player. So the moral of this story is, I was saying in the little short video I made, is that we keep benching the best parts of ourselves. And we need to stop. We need to stop benching ourselves. And we need to start using our best player. And the best player is our best skills, our strengths, our positivity, the happy part of us, the one that wants to just go for it, and take the risk, make the moves and see what happens because they're excited, And I know that that's a little flame for some people and that's a big flame for others. That team player needs to play. And as you being the coach, you have the say. You've got the green light to say, let's do this. Get up, player. Let's do this. So I just wanted to share that story and just also share this short solo cast with you and really encourage you to stop benching your best self. Let yourself play. Let yourself rise above. Stop stomping on your parade. Stop stomping on everybody else's parade who are there for you and encouraging you. And when somebody gives you a compliment and says, wow, you're just great, say thank you. Say thank you. You're right. I am. And so are you, because great recognizes great. Thank you. Instead of saying no. There's humbleness and then there's gratitude. And then there's humbleness and gratitude together. Marry them and let it come from a place of authenticity to be grateful. Because then you start changing the dial. Then you start changing the frequency. Then the energy starts changing and you start attracting more and more of really what you truly desire, what you truly want, because you've got out of your way. You've let your best player play. So I just want to say thank you for also listening and supporting our podcast. I hope that this podcast brings you enlightenment, joy, value, and inspiration throughout your day. Please share this podcast with anybody that you feel can feel good from it, from listening from it, and share, subscribe. We'd love to hear your reviews. And also you can support our podcast by buying us a coffee in the link below. And don't forget to go get my book, Nothing's Sexier Than Freedom, which is available on Amazon and Audible. Have a great day, friends.
Want to hear more?
Visit us at SexyFreedomMedia.com.